The Big Voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
KWTN 100.9 FM. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a beautiful Tuesday here. It is March and it is St. Patrick's Day. DJ Guaranteed, Garan Coons, Communications Officer for the Winnebago Tribe. I'm also joined in the studio. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kevin MC Eves, the Multimedia Coordinator for the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. Bethany is out sick today, so wishing her well wishes and speedy recovery on things that are going on and stuff. First, we want to make mention that we have a lot of information to get off, and we did have a last bare moon hangover, really. And one of the things that we wanted to make mention is we want to get caught up on all the news that has been taking place throughout Winnebago land. So this is Winnebago Talks, folks. We are going to be talking about some of the upcoming events. We're going to talk about the Winnebago Indian News. We also have in store today's rant of the day. We have the joke of the day, and we have what is called the good relative. All right, we want to give
that.
Give a good shout out and everything too. With that being said, so recently, last Saturday, if you folks are not subscribed to the Winnebago Indian News, they put out an issue. Bethany and the crew hard at work back there. And the headline said, Last Bare Moon, the world's best one-day powwow. Do you think, I want to get your true opinion, MC Eves, and your attendance, you were driving the live stream and producing and doing all kind of things and stuff like that. What do you think about that title?
I don't know. I just think it's a pretty awesome powwow. I can't believe, all the stuff that happened during, we had the most dancers, we had all those, hundreds of thousands of views. It's just incredible.
Definitely. I really enjoyed it this year too. There was a lot of planning and a lot of things that went into it, from top all the way to the agenda from start to finish, and it started out with a nice, beautiful prayer. I just kind of want to give you folks a behind the scenes of Last Bare Moon and stuff. Frank White, the former chairman of the Winnebago Tribe and Bear Clan member, also a veteran, he blessed the committee and then also blessed the arena early that morning before one blanket was put down or people start coming in and stuff. That was the way it's always been done before, is that we had Dusty. He would put tobacco down so that making sure that everybody was safe and that they were blessed. And then we had the grand celebration and stuff. But just from that point on, I want to say thank you to the Last Bare Moon Committee. They do have two new members. That was Summer Snow and Anna Barrage. But Cassie Kitcheon's part of the legacy. And when I say legacy, they've been on for the entirety since the inception of Last Bare Moon. So Cassie, with Kikijide, she did a great, wonderful job, and want to say thank you to her especially. We also had Melanie Parker from HCI. She's been on the Last Bare Moon Committee for the inception as well, and she really took the vendors and coordinated that whole effort. Now, here we go behind the scenes again, is that there's a lot of coordination, and we want to take care of our vendors because for some, that's their livelihood, majority of them. And we appreciate everybody that did some shopping and enjoyed the variety of vendors. We had some in kind of like a closet area. We had some at the entrance area. And then in that bingo foyer where, you purchase your bingo packets and stuff, there was some arts and crafts. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do some shopping and stuff, but the old lady did. And my daughter, she went nuts on, she come back with a beaded ring and everything and stuff too. So that was awesome. You know what I mean? So thank you to Melanie for helping coordinate the arts and crafts. And then Les Painter has been part of the legacy committee as well, and he did a wonderful job. since the beginning, he had the idea to do T-shirts, and every year the design of those T-shirts has been a hit. And commemorative T-shirts. Now, this was the 6th one. We're going to be heading into the 7th one here pretty soon. But those are wonderful T-shirts. I don't think he designed the very first one, far as I think Winnebago did that one real quick and stuff. But the next one, he took the reins, and his department and stuff also helped out with some of the public service announcements. They had one called "Don't Smoke Me, Smudge Me." It was pretty cool. We should show them. But I want to say thank you to Les and really helping out with the drums and everything too. So as we go behind the scenes of Last Bear Moon, there was a conversation I remember at the committee level, and we were sitting around and like, okay, spotlight dances, something like that we're always looking forward to, and dancers have been featured for the past 5 Last Bear Moons, starting with the Fancy, and then we did Woodland Scrub, and then we went through pretty much all the categories. Even last year, we had Winnebago Human Services. They were able to help us sponsor the youth categories and stuff. This year, we featured for the first time ever, and I never seen it in my entirety of my powwow trials and stuff, is that we featured the singers. They went under the spotlight and shared a song, and it was pretty cool. I would have to say that the lights and everything that took place, it all worked out. And they were vying for the, best sound, the best dress. That was a really cool kind of contest for those that entered it. Not every drum group, invited drum group got to enter. And then also the People's Champs, where we did an online QR code, which was really cool and stuff. So if you have an opportunity, it is on YouTube. Make sure you go back and kind of, hopefully we get to kind of cut those up and we did put out some of the People's Champs, the also best sound and the best dress. Their song is uploaded on YouTube and also on Facebook and stuff. Check it out, man. It's pretty awesome. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I you know what? I almost wore my Last Bear Moon shirt. Last year's today, but then this one popped out at me and said, "Go ahead, wear this one."
One of the things I want to make mention is if you could bring up the Winnebago Indian News page there. It's right on the face. Excuse me. Getting a little toasty in here. It's one of those things where it's supposed to be like 10 degrees today, and then 80 degrees by Friday.
I was told tomorrow.
Yeah. So let me know how you guys dress and stuff, because I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, if you can bring it on up, there it is right there. The world's best one-day powwow, Last Bear Moon 2026 is right there. And then because we were talking about March is known as Women's History Month, right? And honoring our female relatives and everything that they do for society, the tribes, families, everything and stuff. Wanted to make mention that they have the announcement of the new chief nursing officer, the CNO, and that is Melanie, a good friend that always comes up here and kind of provides some information. And we really appreciate her, and we will look forward to working for her as she comes up and announces maybe some of the things regarding the health and stuff. But that's an announcement coming out of the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, known as 12 Clans Unity Hospital and the Winnebago Public Health Department. And then you notice on the front page, too, want to give a recognition and shout out to the 2025 Winnebago Tribes Employee of the Year, none other than Autumn Neiman. Congratulations, Autumn. Always doing a good job. She's always there when I have a question regarding, she's the Assistant Director for Physical Resources. That's a huge department. And you think about, they have roads, they have construction, they have wildlife, they have transportation, they have all kind of things in the works and stuff, EPD. And she always takes time to answer my call, and I know that she's really beneficial and very helpful for the tribe and stuff. So congratulations, Autumn, very well deserved. And the department head directors are the ones that decided who should get it and stuff, and so I wasn't there at that meeting, but I know that they had a lengthy discussion, and there was 12 of them that were nominated, and that was a tough discussion to probably get through and stuff. But I'm glad to see that any tribal employee can nominate somebody. So Kevin, you can nominate whoever if you see somebody doing something good and whatnot, you know.
I was gonna say though, I mean, isn't she part of the largest department? I mean, don't they oversee a majority, you know, of the tribe's departments?
Yeah. I mean, it is
Isn't
a
it like
huge
35?
I'm not sure, you know, don't quote me on that one and
Yeah.
stuff, but it's one of the largest and stuff. Human Services up
And,
there.
you know, she keeps it running. I mean, she keeps it flowing, you know.
Speaking of Employee of the Year, in the Winnebago in the news, you want to check this out. So if you go through it, and on page 6, Winnebago Tribe Employee of the Month is Julia Starr, and she was nominated because of her exceptional dedication to protecting the safety and well-being of the community. There's a story that we can't really divulge yet because she works for the tribal PD, and I think it has to go through the process of the court and everything too and stuff. But she did some wonderful things for the community and basically jumped into an investigation and prevented something bad from happening. I mean, it could have been horrible, horrendous.
I don't know about jumped in. I think she started that investigation.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah. Her son, my son, they play all the time online, and I hear them talking, you know.
Yeah. So congratulations, Julia. Keep up the hard work and keep up the good work as the Winnebago Tribe has assumed operation of the tribal law enforcement program on October 1st, 2025. They're not even a year old, and they already have an employee that's been nominated for and received Employee of the Month. So shout out to Chief Lone Wolf and the crew right there doing a lot of good job. And I know that you have a story about him helping out with the school.
Yeah, I told him about it too. We sat down. He's got that gift like I got. Finding free food. Silas is always teasing me, but yeah, I have a pretty good gift. And,
Elaborate on finding free food. I'm always down for free food, right?
well, I was down with that training we have. That was it, TAP, and he'd show up about noontime, knowing we'd be ready. And I asked him what he was doing down there, and he said that's what he was doing. He was coming down to see what was going on, and keeping the community safe, and might grab a plate on his way out.
I love page 6 and stuff because it's more of the section where it talks about some of the questions, and we always have the question of the issue. This month's question of the issue for this issue that came out on past Saturday is in honor of Women's History Month. We want to know, outside of your own family, what historical woman has inspired you the most and why? Now, I'll tell you mine and you tell us yours, all right? Do you remember yours?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I have it up right here.
All right. Former First Lady Michelle Obama really inspired me with a few quotes. When they go low, we go high. Enough said, man. I mean, at times you have to really kind of think about that and stuff. There's stories that I could tell you offline and not online and stuff like that, is that, in our live streaming trials, in our travels and stuff, we have to kind of live by that, right? I mean, we have to be the best of the best and stuff. So that's what when they go low, we try to go high and stuff. So I remind myself of that, and I remind my team. She also said, success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. Let me repeat that. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. That's pretty cool. That's success.
That's deep though. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about all the people that you affect, and all the lives that you change. I mean, I try to do it. I don't know. I believe in that. My biggest saying in my world is spread kindness. It's contagious.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because when I used to live in Albuquerque, and I'd have my down days, and sometimes they'd send me on a store run, go to Walmart and get this. And I'd be down there, and I'd see an older person, struggling with their groceries. I'd go over and help them, and just to try to be kind to them, because you know what? If I made their day a little bit better, maybe mine will get better, just because I'm helping them. You know what I mean? And that's the way, I could do things.
Definitely. What was yours, Kevin?
Honestly, man, this one was really hard.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Tyler sat there and talked about it for a minute, and Christina stole mine. But we didn't talk about it at all. I liked what she had to say. Those are the two people I went to first. Mm-hmm. And then I started thinking about it. I said, well, honestly, I can't name just one. As a single dad, the women who inspire me were the single mothers. They're out there doing it every day, they have to feed their kids, and they got to keep them alive. And I made a little joke in there. I mean, I'm proud to say I was raised by a single mom. I meant to say mom. I left off the mom. I almost died a few times with that. It's no fault of hers, but it wasn't the greatest idea to buy a kid a mini bike. I crashed on it more than once. But yeah, shout out to my mom, Mary Lita McKeegan.
Yeah.
Even though, but I mean, to all mothers, all single mothers out there, and fathers. I mean, but I think about there's more single women out there, or single mothers than there are single fathers. And I try to recognize the single dads when I see them. I go up and talk to them, say hi, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We had a discussion offline before we went on here, and we're talking about like some of the MCs and stuff, and they make jokes and about being snaggable or whatever and stuff, and that's kind of an interesting topic. And I know that relationships they take work, and they take. My dad is the one that told me this quote, and it was from his dad. He said, "Son, far as a relationship, how much do you have to give of yourself in order to make it work?" And he's like, "Well, I have to give 50, and she has to give 50, and that's 100." And he's like, "No, both of you guys got to give 100 because that equals 100 percentage wise, right?" And I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
That's deep.
Yeah. And
you can't go halfway in. 50%'s halfway.
At times relationships don't work out and stuff. But anyways, we're getting kind of off topic. We are having an interesting topic here. But yeah, that was good. So Women's History Month. I know that also we have the Wapetis episodes that are online if you have a chance. We did an overview of the 12 clans, and we want to say thank you to those that tuned in and maybe got an interest of that. We're working on something right now, and we are taking it to the Cultural Advisory Board, and we did a CEO spotlight. The CEO brought us into the Tribal Council meeting, and we did department spotlight. And I am proud of you guys because they gave us good feedback, right? And yeah, we don't have a magic bullet to hit everybody far as get all the information out. And we rely on our listeners, we rely on our team to get that information out. When there's a flyer that comes in, usually I say, okay, can we disseminate this? And because we have some tools, right? You had helped develop an app, the Big Voice Radio app.
Yeah, it's downloadable on all platforms.
Yeah, and if you have the flyer and stuff, we should put it up and stuff. But we will get that. I think you do.
Somewhere I do.
You do that program booklet that you had up, the last Bear Moon. Can you put that up?
Yeah.
And let's talk about that a little bit. So when I was making mention that there's no magic bullet, right? But we rely on each and every one of you to help us on out. The information that we talk at the Winnebago Talks here on Big Voice Radio, the stuff that is put out in the Winnebago Indian News. We have one of the best Indian country websites out there. We have the radio station. We have music programming and stuff. But this is kind of like our news section, right? And then if you want to learn more about sports, we have a great Winnebago sports section too. And that's bi-weekly, where they discuss Big Voice. It's the Big Voice Sports Talk Show, or also known as the show and stuff. But can you bring that up right there?
I'm trying to get this last Bear Moon. There it is. All right. There you go.
All right, keep going.
Hold on. We're not sharing, though. We're not sharing yet. There we go. Okay. Keep going.
I want to say thank you for helping us drive here today there, Kevin.
There's your don't smoke, smudge me.
Yeah. Honor tradition, not addiction. Don't smoke me, smudge me. Tobacco is addictive. It harms nearly every organ of the body. Let's see here. It increases the risk of heart disease, cancer, stroke, and early death. So use sage to bless yourself and stuff. And Gayla put it together. A wonderful video PSA for that.
Oh, she does such awesome work. I mean, you know what? I heard somebody the other day say, you know what? I think part of that, what makes it so great is her voice.
Yeah.
She's soothing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, like she's really talking to you, you know what I mean?
Right. She does a wonderful job.
Here we go.
So download our new app there, and you've seen some pictures. This is one of the commemorative. We put together for the first time ever a program booklet and stuff. But that QR code, I'm gonna see if it works here. Let me grab my phone and let me see if this is possible here. Oh yeah, it does take me to the App Store. Good job there, Kevin. This is the brainchild. Tell us about it, man.
Well, it all started like a year ago maybe. You asked me to look into the school's alert system. They do that WPS alerts, and lets them know schools' activities, stuff like that. Well, I looked into it, and the price tag was humongous, and we just didn't have it. And I kept my feelers out, man, and got an email from a guy, asked me if I was interested in the phone app, so I got in touch with him. Mike, I can't think of his name at the top of my head. Anyway, I got a hold of him, started talking to him, man, and he said, let's work on downloading this app, and got a hold of him. I think it's really nice because what I like about it is we can do polls, we can do surveys, we can do announcements, like just different things going on, and then we can build a fan base, and then wherever you are, you get the Big Voices radio station clear. And
right.
I mean, I was down in Missouri listening to the Big Voice. You know what I mean? In my hotel room, have my headphones on. Just chilling out. I really like Quince's Big Hours. Me and him must have the same taste in music because the Egyptian Lover. Oh man, I was like, what?
Yeah.
No way. And,
I always try to kind of stretch the envelope and stuff with my Big Hours and stuff. I did the first ever art AI. Yeah. That was pretty cool, man. It is wild. You can just type in a prompt and stuff, and
that's what I heard.
Man, there's some interesting things coming out with AI. I don't know if you heard and kind of read some of the things, but NVIDIA, they're talking about was something kind of called OpenClaw, and it's like an AI assistant. So now, maybe mark this when we're talking about it, but people never thought, and I remember the exact time somebody said, on your cell phone, you can open your garage. And I was like, no way. Because remember those cell phones were huge. They had a big antenna on there, and you had to.
You remember your first cell phone?
Yeah. I mean, it had like a big pack on it and stuff. It was from a limo, I think it was, and stuff.
Well, that's a car phone.
Well, yeah.
You had that's a car phone.
Well, I mean, the same thing.
No.
It's the same thing.
No.
It beamed up to a cellular tower and got me connected.
True. I mean, I remember the one you had in your hand. My first one had to flip over to cover the speaker part, or not the speaker, but the microphone part. I remember throwing that sucker against the dash one time, broke that little flip off.
Oh man, yeah. I think mine was just like a looking walkie-talkie looking thing. And I want to say it was Cellular One. It wasn't even wireless or Verizon Wireless or anything like that. It was Cellular One.
Yep.
Who I think got bought out. But
by AT&T.
Anyway, so we go back to this AI assistant. You're gonna have an assistant. I'm gonna have an assistant. I mean, and you cannot live without an assistant. So mark my words. Is that gonna happen? And I gotta figure out, because some people, let me know, but some people talk about the environmental damage AI is causing and stuff.
What? Yeah, I got in an argument the other day at the store about how much water it uses.
Yeah, I want to know.
I mean, as far as I know, all that they use the water for is to cool it. You know what I mean? And it ain't ruining the water. I mean, I don't know. But now they got these water filter. I don't know. But they take the water out of the air. It's up to 10 gallons a day. It hits for nothing. It just pulls the water out of the air, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm no scientist.
Well, just remember here.
You said it first.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's gonna be coming around and stuff, and we're like, no, that's not gonna be possible. I ain't gonna live without an assistant. I mean, you think about it. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? You check your phone.
No.
You do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. I know you do.
First thing I do is go bathroom.
Well, but after that, I mean, I'm talking about the morning cycle.
I'm sorry, no.
I mean, do you get up and then shower up and then, like, you don't get to work and check your phone? You get up and in that cycle you check your phone.
That's not me.
That's not you.
No.
That is you.
Why do you think I miss some of your text messages there in the morning? I don't usually check my phone until I get in my car when it's warming up. Then I have 2 kids to take care of. I mean, I got to get them 2 up, keep them from fighting, get them in and out of the showers. I mean, because
Yeah.
you know, it just
Well, the people online, 1,000 up in Sioux City area, and then we have 7,000 on Facebook and so many on YouTube and stuff. But raise your hand if you get up and the first thing you do is check your majority.
yeah, I agree.
Look at all those hands coming up.
I really look down.
But nonetheless, we're gonna move on here.
You know, I'm not normal.
We do have Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. I talked to Erin Flores, and she is going to bring some information up here in April. So we look forward to April changing. I got a story to tell you, Kevin. You know how they mentioned that the first thunders.
Yep. The
signify-
new year.
Yeah, and then last bare moon, you know, is the last bare moon, and then we get prepared for springtime and stuff.
My favorite
And
time of year.
I have a tortoise. His name is Sonic. I mean, it's the slowest thing on earth and stuff, you know, but my son, I don't know why he called it Sonic.
I think that's an awesome name. I do.
But we got him, he was the size of a quarter, right? And I forgot what he's called. He's called some kind of tortoise. He's not the giant Galapagos tortoise and stuff, but he's I want to say a cicada or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I think he's going to outlive me, you know, because they last 130 years. So it's going to be our family heirloom, right? But he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And he's probably about 8 years old. Anyways, we found out when we were doing some research, he kind of roams the house, right? And then in the summertime, he goes outside. But he roams the house. Anyways, I noticed one day I walked past him, and he was just kind of sprawled out. Like usually they're kind of just, you know, their legs are kind of just chilling, and he's kind of just looking around. He doesn't do much, right? But this time I was like, oh man, he passed away. You know, he was just kind of just laying there and stuff. And I was like, oh man, he passed away. So I kind of grabbed him, and he reacted. He kind of hisses a little bit, you know, and then he goes back into his shell. And so I might have probably startled him. But what we found out is he was in hibernation, right?
Huh.
Yeah. They're really lethargic. They don't move much. He just kind of perches out by his little heat area, and they're cold-blooded, right? And after, I swear, I just noticed this, you know, after 8 years. But we had that large thunder the other night. And after that, he's really active. Like, he's going around looking for his food and
Stashes.
yeah, he's just chilling and stuff, and he comes by us and he checks us on out. He's moving.
So how big is he now?
Yeah, he's probably a good.
Really?
Yeah.
From a quarter.
I'll show you a picture next time on Winnebago Talks and stuff.
All right.
But it was really interesting, you know, that he woke up after the first thunder.
Huh.
And
So I wonder if bears and stuff do that.
I wonder.
That's their alarm clock.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I just wanted to share that story with you folks.
The reason I laugh because tortoise named Sonic. Well, we used to have a cat named Fish.
Who thought of that? You?
Wasn't me. But yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Announcement time. Go ahead and pull up some of those things that I had you prepare. Here we go. Here's our first one coming up here. We do have the announcement of, I believe, spring cleaning. Or no. Is this the FAFSA one? Okay. So this has been given to us by our good friend over there at the higher education, Raina Merrick, one of the best dart players that I know. You ever play darts against her?
Remember at your birthday when I knocked you out of your own tournament? Yeah.
No, it wasn't my birthday. I haven't had a dart tournament yet for my birthday.
No.
That's a good idea, though.
Or was that your wife's?
Yeah, it was my wife's.
No.
It was back in April over at that one place.
Yeah, that place.
Anyways, FAFSA, attention, all senior night. It's higher ed night, class of 2026. That's going to be taking place. I can't read it because it's so small and the people online probably can't read it and stuff, but we'll get it enlarged, right, Kevin?
Right here.
Bring it up a
right
little bit
here.
more. Little bit more, can you?
Nope. Last time I clicked that one, it oh wait, here we go. Bam.
Okay, but even online, see on my phone.
Sorry. I can only do it for us.
That's the best I can do.
Hey, if you guys can see what we see, shoot, we're looking great over here.
March 24th, 2026, 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. There's going to be door prizes, also food. It's going to be there at the Higher Ed Program Office, and that's up here at the Hill, I believe. If they're still over there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, please come to complete your tour fast and your higher ed scholarships applications for all.
We need some. After this, Kevin, we're gonna call the iMark guys, and we're gonna call down there and what do they call it? Optometry?
Oh yeah. You know what? That's where Gayla used to work.
Yeah.
That's how you got to know Gayla.
What's the next announcement here?
All right. Let's see. A lot of buttons here. All right.
We call this driving, so you're producing the show, so I appreciate you.
Tyler's like, you got to do the talk show. So yeah, I said, I'm driving. I don't know where we're going, but I'm driving.
All right, we got the 2026 spring cleanup. It's a community cleanup. Mark your calendars for April 28th and April 30th. As the weather gets nice and you want to dig out some of the old stuff that you want to get rid of, now is your chance to do that. We're going to give ample time for that to happen. Dumpsters and recycling trailers will be located on Mercer Street across from the that's Ricky's place. That's Ricky's place, huh?
Yep.
Pastor Ricky. And so one of the things that they cannot accept is hazardous waste, all right? And if you want to sign up, there's volunteers that are needed. There's going to be food each day of the spring cleanup up at the EPD. I want to say thank you to Anna Barrage, and then I know that they got some new staff members over there too. So they'll talk about it a little bit more as the time comes, but just mark your calendars, April 28th and April 30th for that announcement. So thank you for that. And that was also posted on the Winnebago Tribe's Facebook page as well. Do we have any other announcements before we get into the rant of the day?
I don't believe so.
Oh, I know. Okay, I got the rant of the day. You got one? You want to go first?
No, I do not want to go first.
You do not want to go first.
I don't have a rant.
You don't have a rant.
Well, let me think of one. I mean, you know what? Myself, I've been trying to promote positivity and trying not to. I used to complain a lot, and it really made me kind of, not the most likable person. So I've been trying to not do that, and I've been trying to push positivity out in the world.
So your rant's complainers.
No, my rants. I used to complain.
Yeah,
that's my rant. Well, anyway, I wanted to think about it, so let's see what you got.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
My rant of the day is this weather. All right, I know, be careful what you say about Mother Nature, because she all has a plan, and Mother Earth and everything too. We got to take care of it. We are stewards of that, and we have to make sure that we leave it better for our children and our grandchildren and down the generations and stuff. But holy crap, man. I was out in shorts. I took out, all the heating elements and stuff, took down my blankets from the windows and opened up the window. And then the next night it was like below freezing, like, whoa.
It was 10 degrees last night.
Was it really?
Yep.
Then it's supposed to be 70 and stuff,
Yep.
So just beware. And that kind of leads me to another thing too. We'll back it up, our rants, with positivity, but we just want that awareness. Severe weather is around the corner. As you know, we'll probably get some rain and thunderstorms, and at times tornadoes might kick up and stuff, but we have Julie Smithart, who's always monitoring that, and she does a good job of making sure that we're informed and trying to give us the preparedness as we go along. Do you think, I have a question for you, do you think that was the last snowfall of the year that we had this past weekend?
I was waiting for this.
Waiting for this, yeah?
Yes. I remember back, before my kids were born, but seeing all 4 seasons. I remember going to school one morning, and it was a little bit cold out. We go to school, and they hadn't let us out of the classrooms because they didn't have the air conditioners on yet, and it was too hot. So we had to have some classes outside because it was too hot in the school. I got out of school at 3:30. I'm walking down to the Blackhawk Center to go. We used to ball down there at 4 or 5 o'clock. I mean, high school kids go down there. We just ball out for 2 or 3 hours. But I'm walking down there, and it's raining on me, and I got my coat on. I'm like, dang. I go in there and ball for 3 hours, and I'm walking home, it's snowing on me.
Wow.
That's all in one day. But then, the reason I said that, about anyway, April, I remember getting a snowstorm, and I was going. I bought a car, and I remember driving down to Decatur, and you cross the Decatur Bridge, you kind of used to hit a bump, hit that bump, knock my heater out, and I'm freezing. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm being in Arizona. At the end of the day, I'm being in Arizona. I mean, I had golf shoes on because I couldn't pack them, and they're super breathable, so that cold air was just freezing my feet. If I was smart enough, I'd wear boots down to the airport and then put on the shoes to get on the plane. But no, I'm in them golf shoes and I'm freezing. I ain't got no heat in my car. I got a little window to look out, but my thoughts are, and this is in the middle of April.
Ooh.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, that is a really interesting story. As far as 4 seasons in one
Oh yeah,
day.
that was in high school. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we got like a foot of snow that day. That day I drove to the airport.
Wow.
And it was in April, so I mean, I don't give up on snow till after April.
Yeah.
But I love the snow.
Okay, so out of the 4 seasons, Kevin, which one's your favorite?
Well, earlier I said spring, but I think it's more like fall. Because you don't need a cooler to keep your soda pop cold.
You're more of a harvest guy, not a planting guy?
Yeah. But then I also like the spring, the way, stuff growing. I mean, I love the rain. It cleanses the earth.
You couldn't live in like Las Vegas, California, where they only have 1 season?
I could maybe live in like San Diego, where they only have 1 season, but it's only 70. That 120 something, no, I can't handle the heat. I hate the heat.
Do you really?
Yes. I spent 6 months in Iraq, man, and I got a fond learning for hating the heat.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
I mean, can you imagine going into the shade and it feels like air conditioning? It's that hot.
Oh, man.
The sun is just beating on you.
And it's a different type of hot, right? It's like oven hot.
Well, yeah, and they talk about dry heat. I mean, yeah, but it's still hot.
Yeah.
I mean, you touch something, it burns.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about on that one and stuff. We go to. I went over to Saudi Arabia and did some performances with Brule over there, and we actually got missiles thrown at us by Yemen. It was crazy. It's crazy. I have to tell that story one of these times and stuff, but I have the pictures of that, and they're really into their technology over there and stuff. But there was no sunsets. It's so weird. You know how we have sunsets here and everything? That it was just light, and then all of a sudden it was dark. That's one thing that I noticed.
Huh.
And it's the time change. Did that affect you?
I've been to so many different countries.
Yeah, it was like 8-hour difference and stuff. So when it was 8 o'clock here, it was 8 at night over there. Blah blah blah.
Germany's 14 hours difference.
Yeah,
I'm in Germany. My family's in America, or my wife's in Germany. My family's in America, and I'm over in Saudi Arabia and Iraq. So can you imagine all the time zones I was going through trying to make phone calls? I got a crazy story about being over there though. They had these tents, and they'd put us on these deuce-knife trucks, and they'd drive us for like an hour. We'd go to this tent, and there'd be a telephone poles in there, and each telephone pole had 4 phones on it. And there'd be a big old line. You get 15 minutes. They'd open the door. They'd take 45 people, I think, but walk in. We'd all get on phones. You got 15 minutes, and you'd exit out the back door. Then they'd open the front door, and then to do that. Well, I get in there. I call my wife. No answer. I call home. No answer. I go to call a friend's house. I call some lady in Chicago. And these are all collect calls. And she took my collect call, and we had a conversation. I couldn't tell her in good details, but I'd love to meet that lady, right? Because she took my collect call, because nobody else would answer. I was like, damn.
Well, the search is on. The first step to finding that lady is right here. Maybe somebody knows somebody that knows somebody.
Yeah. That was, 92?
Well, figure it out.
I think, all I know is the lady in Chicago.
I would like to meet that lady.
I would, too.
That's a pretty good story. All right, so the heat is your rant, okay?
Oh yeah, I moved to Florida twice and came back twice.
Yeah, and I enjoy the 4 seasons. I always look at the positivity, right? So every season I'm thinking about something that's positive. I like a good snowfall. You know
what? I love a good rainstorm. And shut off all the lights, open the windows, or sit outside on the porch and just listen to it rain. I mean, I'm a big fan of that. I'm just that's Mother Nature at its finest. And to me, it's cleansing the earth. It's erasing away our sins. It's it's cleaning the earth. Getting all the dirt off the roads. And just
Yep. Speaking of telephones, we're gonna go to the joke of the day. Now, you guys can use this one. I would love it if I heard it on the street or anything like that. But here we go. We're talking about telephones, right? So, Kevin, why did the telephone not want to go to the dentist?
Oh man, huh? You know what?
He was
I'm
scared.
an IT guy, and I don't know why.
He's scared that they're gonna pull his Bluetooth.
Man. That's about as bad as two guys walk into a bar. You would think the second one would see it.
All right, man, we better. Okay, we got one more, last one, and then we're gonna get off the air here. If you guys want to be a featured guest, we would love to talk to you on Winnebago Talks. Feel free to reach out to Bethany or myself, and we'll get you on, folks. We're on live every Tuesday at 11 o'clock, and really appreciate that. But we're gonna get to the good relative of the day. It could be an organization, it could be a person, it could be an event, anything like that. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna send my good relative to the American Indian Higher Education Consortium team from Little Priest Tribal College that is up there in Bismarck as we speak, competing and representing the Winnebago tribe and Little Priest Tribal College. They have all kind of events that take place, including hand game, knowledge bowl, they have a science bowl, they have archery, volleyball, things like that. And I participated when I used to work down at Nebraska Indian Community College. We would take a team, and it's really cool to have that networking ability and stuff. So that conference is going on right now. I want to say good luck, represent well, and whatever you bring back, know that we're proud of you. So from the coaches to those that are helping out from Little Priest staff, I've seen that Denise and John and some of the Little Priest Tribal College, President Patil, he's up there and everything, and then the representatives that are on there. Go to Little Priest Tribal College Facebook page and get the updates on how that team is doing, but that's my good relative shout out.
I don't have an individual good relative, but you know what? When you bring that up, I was thinking about all the youth coaches like Coach Q, Rose Springer, Taryn, just all them guys that go out there, they don't get paid for it. And I love scrolling through Facebook and looking at all the champions. Jason Bass, they just came back from Lincoln. They took the tournament out there.
Oh, cool.
They're girls, and just all the youth coaches.
Yeah.
They're doing a great job. And that's from the heart. There's no money in it for them.
Yeah.
They're always raising money. They're getting ready to go to Las Vegas to go play. Warpath.
Cool. So. Definitely. Yeah. Shout out to all of them that are. The volunteers that
Yes,
mean something and they're teaching those fundamentals.
That's one thing I don't like about the NFL. That's why I watch college sports, because college sports, they used to do it for the heart.
Whoa! Wait, we went from little,
Well, I'm just saying,
little league coaches.
They're doing it from the heart, and then you get up in the NFL, they're holding out for more money. They want this, they want that. That's the fans. The fans got to pay for that. That's my new rant. It says that's back up half hour.
That was a big jump there, man. You know what I mean?
ADHD at its best, baby. Squirrel.
No, just kidding. All right, folks, you have a good rest of your day. We want to make mention that upcoming, we have an issue coming out at the end of the month for the Winnebago News. If you have any news, make sure you send it on over to Tyler Snake or Bethany Redhorn at the Win, and we'll put it together. We really appreciate all our advertisers, those that really contribute to the Winnebago in the News for everything that they do, and we just have a lot of stuff going on. This Winnebago in the News, this should be like a 5-hour show, really, but I know we couldn't keep your attention spans and stuff too. So if you have an opportunity, make sure you share this information. That if you have information, come on up here, talk to us as communications, and we'll help you get it out. From the organization in the Winnebago surrounding area. We're also regional. We have a regional location and a reach out there too. So if you have an event in Sioux City, our neighbors to the south, even Ponca tribe, Santee tribe, they reach out at times and stuff to help us get, they do some wonderful things that Santee honoring like the Vietnam veterans, and they have a Veterans Day that they always reach out and invite us to and stuff. So I really appreciate that. And then, yeah, thank you once again to everybody that attended last Bare Moon Winter Celebration. It seems like it was a while ago, but for us, we behind the scenes was a trip, right? I mean, we had to take the equipment. I don't know how many trips we made out there, blah, 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 but it all worked out, and we hope that you enjoyed it. I know the number one complaint on it is there's not enough space and it's too crammed in there. So that's why we try to do the best possible live stream production. And yeah, it was a success this year. So looking forward to next year, and hope you folks do as well. So you guys have a good rest of your day. Any last words there, Kevin?
No, just be kind to one another. I like what DJ Bethany always says, you know.
You guys have a good rest of your day. Thank you.